school district has started with our reading curriculum, doing the daily 5 concept, and so I have also chosen to do daily 3 for math in my classroom. And with the daily 3 and the daily 5, it transitions from whole group to small group back to whole group. Show it to the class. What is our first part?
3.
What is our second part?
4.
What is that all together? We'll start the day with our calendar routine, and then after that we do a small group lesson. And when I'm working with a small group of students, the rest are working on centers where they have different trays that they can choose from. And then we'll transition back to the carpet for our whole group lesson. And then when that lesson is finished, we'll transition back to small group again. What does 3 and 4 make? Who knows?
7.
Good, Elise, it's 7. Does Elise need to add any more dots?
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes.
How many are up here right now? 7. Does she need to add any or take any off? No. Why?
Because it said 4 and 3.
Well, hang on, flip that back to red. Yesterday's 2 parts was 5 and 2, and that made 7. We're still making 7 today, but this time she just flipped over one of the yellow circles to make 4 and 3. All right, our numbers, 63, 36, which is smaller.
36.
Find the 36, Elise. And we're going to count all the way to what number?
63.
63. All right, point to 36, Elise. Let's count. 36.
37. 38. 39. 40. 41.
Well, the students will be solving story problems, and they will be adding on using a number line. My students have done a lot with decomposing and composing numbers. They've used different modalities like a part whole mat and a 10 frame to represent numbers. And this week, we've done a lot with story problems. We've done it on a part whole mat. We've done it on a 10 frame. And so it'll be easier for them today when we do it on a number line because we've worked with story problems all week. Where should I put my circle? On the 6. Right a 6. We're going to add some, but I don't know how many. How many do I have now on there?
10.
Not quite. 9. So,
Why do I write that?
right after the equal sign.
I did it.
So, where is the 9 on our number line? On our number line, where is the 9? Right here. How many numbers did it take to get from 6 to 9?
8 and 7.
But how many? If I move this up to the 6th count, how many numbers it took?
3.
1, 2, 3. So how many did I have to add to 6? 3. Read me the equation.
6 plus 3 equals 9.
5 on one hand, 4 on the other. Gives us 9. Today our story problems will be adding on. So for example, if I have 2 fish in my fish bowl, and for my birthday I got 3 more, how many am I adding into my fish bowl? It allows them to see the number on a number line and be able to add on to it to see how the number we're creating gets bigger. This week we have been solving story problems. We what did we use yesterday to solve our story problem? Say it again, Colton. A 10 frame. So do you see a 10 frame up on my board? Yes. What's underneath my 10 frame? A number line. So repeat after me. Today I will. Solve story problems. Using a number line. Okay, so I have 8 fish swimming by the shore. How many red circles should I put in my 10 frame? 8. Ones, put 8 red circles. So right now I have how many fish? 8. There are 8 blue fish swimming along. And you know what?
What?
2 more are going to come and join them. Twos put 2 yellow circles. Can I move my circles anywhere?
No.
Could I? Elise says yes. Elise, where could I move my circles?
Move it right on there.
So Elise wants to try and take our circles and put them on our number line. How many numbers do you think we will, or how full do you think our number line will be? How many numbers? So will there be a circle in every number?
Yes.
Huh, let's start 2s. Move the red circles. Watch me first. I'm not going to put it in between. I'm going to set it on that line right above the number. Move your reds down first. See what number that lands on. What do you think it's going to end with? Just the reds.
The twos.
2s, move our reds down, yes. Oh, and I want you to see what number we ended with. What would our equation be for this? What was our first part, the red? 8. What do I need to put in the circle? What was our second part? Our second part was the 2 yellow.
Equals 10.
Good job. 2s, I want you to write the equation. Right now we have 6 blue fish. They're swimming in the ocean.
6.
And 3 more fish,
Join them.
good Holly, are going to join them. These fish are jumping in the air. Does anyone know? Did anyone have to take any circles away?
No.
No. So you guys had 9 on the number line. Why do you think some of us said 8 and some said 10? If I move my circles down like this and then start going like this, what's wrong with what I just did? Where did I put my red circle? In the middle. Where did I tell you guys it needs to go? On the line that goes up and down right above the number. If I'm not careful using my number line, could I get the wrong answer? Yeah. Yes. The students will be working at the carpet, and they are sitting next to their partner that they do all of their work with when we're at the carpet. Towards the end of the lesson, they will have to start telling their buddy at the carpet a story problem instead of me telling the problem to them. It allows, during small group time, them to have some freedom in their learning and have some choice while working on the goals that we've worked together to create for their own unique learning.
Oh, 12.
Within my trays, I have different activities, and my students know when they go to an activity or when it's time for centers that they have a certain goal that they need to work on. Some kids still need to practice tracing some of their numbers, whereas other kids, they don't need to use the tracing anymore. They can just write their numbers on a dry erase board. And other trays, my ones that had the part whole mat, my kids who are still working to just solve addition with the part whole, their problems aren't going to be as large. They're probably just going to have 3 and 3 to make 6. Tell me a story about them. We'll let Hudson, because he picked this one out.
1.
You get to make it up. You tell me the numbers and everything.
1.
1 what? Which one? Which one? The pink. What is the pink elephant doing, Hudson?
On his head.
He's standing on his head. That group, they need a lot more small group instruction. But what I tried to focus on that time was getting them to tell me the problems instead of me telling it to them, which one of the boys was doing great telling me, making up his own stories about it. And I was trying to get them to tell me, well, when I know I have 3 and 4, they kept wanting to tell me 7. So I said, wait, what is the question I'm going to ask to try to get them to realize, I'm counting how many there are in all. So we really just kind of slowed it down a little bit and really talked through each part. Oh my goodness, what do I want to know?
4.
What do I want to know? What's the question I want to know?
You want to know?
I'm not asking the equation yet. What do I want to know? If I have one pink elephant standing on his head, 3 gray elephants laying down, but what do I want to know? I'm not asking a question yet. What do I want to know? How
many are there?
What did Darian just say?
How many there are?
I want to know how many there are. So you guys already knew I was going to ask that, didn't you? I think students need to understand that there's not just one way to represent a problem or a number. And they need to know that I can represent a number in a 10 frame. I can represent it in a number bond. And all of these different representations give me the same value. And so the same is said with equations, that I can represent an equation multiple ways, and it's all the same way. And they need to understand that showing it one way, showing it this way, they're the same. So I think the more you are familiar with it, the more you teach it, the more you work with it, the more confident you'll become with it. And it's okay if it doesn't go perfect the first time, because the standards don't all have to be mastered after that first lesson. It's over time you're practicing and working on mastery.